Okay, so let's look at some clinching techniques, some standing clinching techniques, and we're assuming that you're doing Sunda or Sancho or some kind of like MMA or whatever it is where you actually don't want to get slugged. So we're not really considering like the collar hold or anything like that where you have a gi on. Not that that doesn't work too. But, so here we are now. My idea is I want to get as close to him as possible, and so I can immobilize his striking weapons, but also protect my face and protect some of my vitals. So if we're going to break this down really slowly. John's going to do a nice and relaxed open guards just so we can do it nice and easy. So the idea is for me to get really close. In order for me to get really close, I have to purge inside and like pass his hands. So let's just say in this case, I'm going to lean in to get rid of this hand, and as I do that, I'm going to take a nice deep step in. See, I got this arm really far through. And from here, I'm clamping on, right? I'm clamping on, and I'm bearing my weight down. So my head's down, I got his arm, and his other punch, I mean, he might have his other hand to punch, but it's not a very good punch because he doesn't have his weight. There's not much going on, and he's going to have to defend against me doing a lift or a throw or something like that. So, here we are doing our technique. So I'm going to purge in, boom, bang, and I'm inside. See, I got a good clamp or I got a shoulder, and I'm bearing my weight down, and I'm ready to do one of my throws or my sweeps or whatever it is. And that's called typical headlock hold. From the outside, purging in, see him just sliding right in and getting in. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing. I have the same idea. If I don't want to do an over-the-head hold, or maybe he's tall, or maybe I'm just being really cautious and I'm worried about that hand hitting me when I come in. I'm worried about this hand like doing a cross or something like that, or something like, so I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to come low under his gut, right, under his armpit, and slide right in, because I know that can be really fast. Right? It's just like a really basic entry, but it gives an idea of some of the grips. Right? So if I was fighting, I get this hand out of the way, bang. Now what wound up happening, see, is I got an underhook. I got this underneath his armpit, but he actually got his underneath mine too. But at least I'm close, so in the event that I wanted to stop striking and get in, I can have that. Okay, so here we are, right, purging in, boom. See, you really get as far as you can in with your shoulder, and then I can clamp down, and this is called a 50-50. It's 50-50 because he's doing the same grip to me as I'm doing to him, so it's not necessarily an advantage, but if you can get your weight a little bit lower, you have your throw options. See, I have a lot of my same throw options that I had before, because I have this kind of hold. I have an arm hold here. I tend to like these waist kind of sweeps or something of the sort, but I can get it off in there. So if I do that though, we're in the same position, 50-50, we're in the same position. So one possibility for me is to switch. See, I'm going to come in and switch, so I have his arm, right? And I'm just kind of hanging out on his arm, holding it down. So this is just an arm grip, and this is like specifically because I'm waiting to, to do some kind of attack to his arm, like a throw or a lift throw or something of the sort. But see what's happening is I'm really close. So looking at that one again, purging in, bang, entering in, clamping down, and then I switch. I got my spot, and we'll see if I can get something from here. Maybe I could switch it, whatever. And if I'm lucky, and I get this purge in, and then I can take this hand and drive it through. So you can step through, and then I get a full bear hug. See, I got a full bear hug here. And this is nice because I got both of my underhooks in. And with that, I can go for a lift, or I can try to hook his legs, or do something from there, or other kind of waist throws, or something of the sort. So that's the same idea here. Cupping that down, right? Purging it. These are really easy ones, right? Deep step, and using my shoulder. See the shoulder bumps? Boom. Right, and then I get that full bear hug. Right, and now when I do that, see what's happening? I like to clamp my wrist and hug in, but you can also clamp your hands. Right, you can also clamp one wrist on top of the other and pull in. And you want to make sure that your weight's low and your hips are in. And once you do that, you can lift them or throw them or do different things. But looking at that again, inside, right, so my head gets out of the way, and I purge in deep, boom, and just drive all the way in until I can get my body in there. And then you have your throw of choice. And that's your basic way of entering.